edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunwayo at Deliri. We want to appreciate all our viewers home and abroad for always staying glued to your WI TV and to our sponsors, Nokpa Albers and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. We say a very big thank you to you. You know how we do it on the show. We bring to you news that made it to the top. We're going to short commercial break to our sponsor, Nokpa and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Nokpa deals with Nokpa Alba mixture, Alba Cool, Alba Tonic, Alba Bitters, Alba Flusher Powder, Alba Energy Powder. Whichever you need, you can send a DM or call the number 0701010854 or 08123143434 to place your order. Remember to adorn your health with herbals because health is wealth. And King Victor Nigeria Enterprises deals with any kind of foodstuffs you might need at home, both frozen and raw, and their shop is located at number 2 Awolowo, Makushagam in Ogun State. You know how we do it on the show, like I said earlier. We bring to you news that made it to the top. We're going to short commercial break to our sponsors. So on Punch newspaper today, we have Leave Abuja Kano Road Project, federal government orders Julius Berger. Hungry minors, Tinubu orders probe as federal government backs down. EFCC arrests ex-Delta Governor Okowa for alleged derivation funds fraud. Imported petrol cheaper than Dangote's 919 naira per litre, marketers. On Vanguard newspaper, we have why I can't support Peter Obi again doing Okukwe. I don't want to be remembered for my many fights, Obaseki. Delayed justice, FCT CJ taxed over 500 unassigned cases. On Daily Post newspaper, we have Nigeria requires accurate, reliable energy data, federal government. End bad governance, drop case against 101 protesters, Falana tells Nigerian government. Cleric bags life imprisonment for defiling minor. These are the news that made it to the top. Let's go on a short commercial break to our sponsors, Nokpa Albers and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. When we come back, we'll talk on the one we should talk about. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Give me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
it is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
In the heart of Nigeria's bustling markets, where the sights, sounds, and smells overwhelm the senses. But in the midst of chaos, there shines a beacon of hope. King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, where convenience meets tranquility and shopping becomes a pleasure. Join countless others who have discovered the joy of shopping at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. At King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, we understand the importance of providing our customers with the highest quality products at affordable prices.
Here at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We're always here to help you find exactly what you need.
Whether you're stocking up for the week ahead or grabbing a last-minute item for tonight's dinner, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises has everything you need to keep your home running smoothly.
You're welcome back from our short commercial break. That's our sponsors, Nokpa Albers and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. So the first one we'll be discussing today, we'll be talking about today is hungry minors, Tinubu orders probe as federal government backs down. President Bola Tinubu on Monday directed the Attorney General of the Federation to ensure the immediate release of the minors detained by the Nigeria police in connection to last August protest without prejudice to any ongoing legal processes. The directive came days after the 76 people, including 30 minors, were charged with treason and inciting a military coup after they were seen waving Russian flags during the #EndBadGovernance protest against economic hardship. For little children, I really don't know what these children actually know, their understanding when it comes to protest. Though it is not advisable you go out on protest in a kind of country whereby when you make your pain known to the government, they use it against you. It is not advisable you join the protest. But now, since the protest has been done and this set of people have been arrested and kept in custody since August, now November, after all be said and done, each child is expected to pay 10 million naira for bail, and they should bring their sureties. Where would they get this 10 million naira? They came out to tell you that they want an end to bad governance. For children to actually come out to say, yes, enough is enough, you know how tough the economy can be. For children of that age to come out and say, we want to join the protest, for these people to know that indeed we're actually going through tough times. And after all that, you apprehended them and took them to custody. News came out that they were not well fed, which you came out to debunk, and you said is a lie. Okay, fine. If what happened in detention, we could not see it. We saw what happened in the court, whereby 4 of them slumped and they actually fainted, they passed out. For the Inspector General of Police to come out and tell us they are just pretending, these children are even above the age that they are saying they are, some are married and all that. And the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has come to tell us that he did not know, he did not hear anything about this thing. Would he have actually carried out something like that without even letting you know anything pertaining to that? Accepted. After the intervention of all people from home and abroad, Amnesty International, SERAP, Attorney General, and all that. Now, in your own magnanimous attitude, in your own benevolence, you said you should release these children. Some children, their parents already assumed that they are no more, assumed that they actually died alongside those that died during the protest. Now, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, announced this to State House correspondents during an emergency briefing at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja. Now, the president said, now you release everybody, and I want to know the deep information about this. Everybody involved in the arrest of all these minors, they need to be probed. I need to know the details. Before the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria came out, the Attorney General of the Federation already said the case should be diverted to his office. I am interested in this case. I need to know the details, the insights, the in-depth of what these people actually did. He said they raised a Russian flag up and they were asking for Russian government to come and take over Nigeria. Russia has what they're actually dealing with right now. We know what is happening in Russia, Ukraine. We know what is happening right there. So for them to, all these things, I just see it as, well, it is treasonable under the law. But for you, I want you to know that these children, they are minors. According to what the news said, minors. So how do you expect a child to think, I will do what an adult is doing? You are probing them. Now 10 million naira, where should they get it from? Thank God for the benevolence of our president, the #1 citizen of the country. Now with immediate effect and alacrity, these children should be released and taken to their families. In good health, in good condition, nothing must happen to them. Idris said after examining the circumstances surrounding the case, Tinubu issued the directive and emphasized the importance of balancing legal processes with humanitarian concern. I had a short briefing with Mr. President this evening, and he has directed the immediate release of all the minors that have been arrested by the Nigerian police without prejudice to whatever legal processes. They are all minors. The president has directed that all of them be released immediately, he announced. So I'll say this is a big congratulations to those that were arrested in August and those that are still in the hospital taking treatment. I wish them quick recovery, speedy recovery. And thank you to the federal government and to our Mr. President for putting these children into consideration and allowing them to reunite with their families once again. Imported petrol cheaper than Dangote's 990 naira per liter. That is marketers coming out. I think this is coming out directly from those that are actually buying these things. They know what they get if they go outside the country to import it. They know the amounts they get it for. If we say we are actually producing petrol in the country and we still purchase it at this high price, why don't we go for the old one that we've been going for before? We know how much we purchase it, why we get it outside the country. Why would we have something at our teeth, the snap of our fingers, and we still lament, we still go in pain, we groan to actually get these things. Association of Nigeria says that Dangote Petroleum Refinery is inconsiderate, says for selling the petrol at 990 naira per litre, stressing that the company enjoyed massive concessions while accessing foreign exchange during its construction. Petron also insisted that imported petrol was cheaper than the 990 naira per litre price of Dangote petrol. Major marketers recently revealed that the landing cost of imported petrol as of October 31st, 2024 was 978 naira per litre. On Sunday, the Dangote refinery alleged that Petron and the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria were planning to import substandard petroleum products into the country. This product here, called it substandard, was the one that they've been importing into the country before the commencement of your refinery. Before you start producing petrol in Nigeria, this substandard, you see that I'm putting it in quote, this substandard petroleum product has been the one we've been enjoying, even though we know that we import it with dollars, not even with naira. But now that you are now producing in Nigeria, and the amount you are giving it to them is not okay with them, and they said they want to take it, they want to bring it in from another country. Now it is now a substandard product. Yours is the original. You are now selling the original to us at a price that we cannot even fathom, an outrageous price. Crude oil is already being sold to you in naira, not in dollars. And at the end of the day, you are selling a liter of petrol to them 990 naira. If they buy 990 naira from you, landing their own cost of taking it from your Eco, that is Lekki based plant, to wherever they want to sell it, they would have to calculate that one as well, and after calculating it, that will now sum up to the amounts they will be selling a liter of petrol. So in Nigeria, we'll be buying a liter of petrol for at least 1,500 naira or 2,000 naira, and you're telling us that your product is still the best. Mr. Dangote, somebody came out one time and said you are a monopolist, but you came out and defended that you are not a monopolist. But now everything you are doing, you are going to the brim of being a monopolist. Reacting to this in a statement on Monday, Petron Publicity Secretary Joseph Obele insisted Petron will sell far less than the current selling rate of PMS in Nigeria when granted an import license by Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, that's NMDPRA. Obeli said the association has successfully incorporated a strategic business unit called Petro, while noting that Petron's drive was solution-centric and patriotic following the pricing instability and turbulence in downstream sector. The association said the reformative agendas of President Bola Tinubu were seen in inimical to advocates and beneficiaries of the monopolistic market. I was also the federal government. It says Mr. Dangote said he's going to sell at 990 naira per litre. It should not be the only one that will be selling. We should have choice. That they are selling it in the country does not mean I must purchase from Dangote directly. If the price Dangote is giving me is not favorable to me, I should be allowed to patronize another person. And the other people who want to patronize are those outside the country. So please, we need the license to patronize those that are outside the country. The price that Dangote is giving us is outrageous. It is not something we can bear. I cannot bear it. It is too outrageous for me. So if Dangote cannot sell lesser than 990 naira per litre, then let us go outside where we will get it at a cheaper price. If it is substandard, let us bring it. And I think the promises are okay. Actually going to go with, if it is even substandard, let them bring it in. And let's know that we are not going to buy at this higher price that we are buying petrol. If the poor masses can no longer afford petrol, even the rich are also lamenting that the price of petrol is too high. What is happening? Since I was born to this very moment, I got to hear that we can buy petrol 1,000 naira in this regime. I've never heard it. From 100 or 161 to 600 naira, then from 600 naira, 1,500 naira. That's too much. That is too much. Federal government, please, you really need to do something about it. Now, the last but not the least, this is a news that is touching at heart, because it is not something you expect to get from somebody you actually expected something better from. Cleric backs live jail for raping minor inside mosque. And the Kajal Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Court has sentenced a Muslim cleric Afar Alani Rafiu to life imprisonment for raping a 14-year-old girl inside a mosque. If this girl is not even a 14 years, be it 18, 19, as far as it is not with her consent, it is rape, sir, you deserve more than life imprisonment. Honestly, if I were to be in charge of your case, like a colleague of mine would tell me, no wonder you cannot be in the judiciary system, I would have just said they should just sentence you to death by hanging. Number one, this girl is not up to an adult age, and number two, you did it with force. You did something that is not with their consent, and you expect to walk freely in the society. Where is that done? Not even for the fact that you are even called a cleric, somebody of respect, high and caliber in the society, somebody that will look up to and be like, this person, they are to be revered, they are with reference and all that. Justice Rahman Oshodi handed down the sentence on Monday after finding Rafiu guilty of the offense of child defilement. Rafiu was arraigned on October 28, 2021 for having sexual intercourse with a teenager. The incident occurred on August 17, 2021 in Kotung area of Lagos State. However, the convicts pleaded not guilty to the charge. All of you are always pleading not guilty. Even when you know that you are guilty of the charge you are accused of, you will still come out there, my lord, I am not guilty, with explanation. What kind of explanation do you want to give? What prompted you? You even did it not even in a place of reference. Sir, how bad could it have been? The convict pleaded not guilty to charge. Thus, the trial started with the prosecution led by B. Boye with I.D. Sholari, calling 3 witnesses, including the victim, who testified against the convicts. While delivering the judgment, Oshodi held that the prosecution was able to discharge its burden of proof that the convicts defiled the teenager. The judge held that the gravity of the convict's offense could not be overstated, as he betrayed the trust placed in him as a religious instructor and family friend. The gravity of your offense cannot be overstated. You betrayed their trust so much. Instead of nurturing and protecting a vulnerable 14-year-old girl entrusted to your spiritual care, you repeatedly sexually abused her in a place of worship. This conduct is criminal and represents a profound violation of secular and religious principles, it said. Oshodi further held that the evidence revealed a circulated pattern of predatory behavior as the convicts deliberately isolated the child, exploited our vulnerability, and bought a silence with money. And again, we have this thing in our society whereby after taking advantage of this child, you see go as far as threatening them. If you tell anybody, I'm going to kill you. Now, I love this one. Justice has been served, though the scar cannot be taken away from the child. But I feel each time this girl remembers that indeed she got the justice that she demanded for, I think it will serve as a good one for her. She will know that she did not suffer in vain in this man's hand. And for as many that are out there, that people actually trusted you with their child, their children, I just hope you will not break the trust of our parents out there, because we cannot always see to the welfare of our children. If I give birth to a child, I cannot be the only one to nurture her to that age. And if you feel I trusted you enough to hand over my child to you, I don't think you should go as far as breaking the trust that I have in you. And for as men, I feel, oh, I am a man, I cannot hold on to this my sexual urge, get married. It's as simple as that. And if you feel, okay, fine, there are other ways you can do. You can go to just tell them that, please take this thing off me. I don't want to be a man anymore. That is my own candid advice to you. You know you cannot go a day without having this thing. And you can, anybody I see, anybody I can just be a child, be an adult, and all that. You can just go to the hospital. There are ways they can do these things for you for free without even stressing you at all. All right, please don't take people's trust and they actually trust you. Don't break their trust, and don't let them always see people as being bad. Don't let them judge everybody based on your own attitude. I've come to the end of the news review today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, on YouTube, on X account, on TikTok, on Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. So our sponsors,